So if you clicked on this video, that is because of one of two reasons. One, you are a newer player and you haven't gotten your Helminth segment yet. Or two, you are returning back to Warframe after a long break and now there's this new thing called the Helminth segment. Well, not so new, but it's new for you because you returned. Well, I am here to help you, and in this video I will break down everything you need and how to get it as fast as possible. This is a very important thing to farm for in Warframe and I highly advise you focus on. Please excuse my nasally voice, I am sick, so just bear with me this video. Before I get into this video, if I could ask that you leave a like on this video and subscribe to see some more guides, it really helps with the algorithm. Let's hop straight in. For those of you who don't know where to get the Helminth segment, you can get it from Sun in the Necrolisk in Deimos. If you haven't got access to the Necrolisk, it's because you need to finish the Heart of Deimos quest. I highly recommend you get that done as fast as possible. Another thing to take note is that you need to be Mastery Rank 8 to get the Helminth segment, so if you're not Mastery Rank 8, get grinding. Alright, so now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to show you how to farm for standing in the Enchanty family and then how to get the materials. So to farm for the standing, the best way that I could possibly recommend is to do bounties from the mother and do the level 5 bounty. The reason why I say this is because what you're going to do is you're going to go in and do the first stage and then extract. This is a really good way of doing this. You can pretty much do on average around 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes per run. You want to obviously aim to go as fast as possible, and you will get about 26 to 27 tokens per run. That is 2,700 standing per run. And another nice thing about doing this method is that you get 1,000 endo as a common reward, and if you're lucky you can just keep stacking up endo and you can actually farm about 10,000 endo per hour doing this method. So you're killing two birds with one stone here. Now, another thing, if you cannot do the level 5, I would recommend getting a Warframe and a weapon that can do it. If there is a weapon that I would recommend that will definitely do it well is the Ignis Wraith. Otherwise, if you can't do the level 3 bounty, but then I'd recommend making your way towards level 5 because that's where you get the most and it will make this method much easier. Alright, so now we got how to get the standing out of the way. Let's get into the materials. So I'm going to go on the basis that you have not touched the Enchanted standing at all. So you are level 0. To get to level 1, you need 5,000 standing and spinal cord sections. Now the way to get the spinal cord sections is to go to underground caves in the Cambion Drift. You will need to TP to Daughter and you will have to buy yourself a Sparry Spear. After you've got that, I would also recommend getting a fast residue as lure. If you don't know what that is, basically every hour an event will happen. I can't remember where it is, but yeah, it's there you go, Vome in 1 hour. Choose either Vome or Fast because you will need to farm 2 fish, Conjure Cords and Vicious Spinners. They only spawn in underground caves and they spawn much better if you have a lure. So I'm going to hop into the Cambion Drift and show you where to go. Alright, so now that we are in the Cambion Drift, the best place to go is the Catabolic Gutter, and you go through this entrance over here on the map, you can see, and you come through and right here. So this is the perfect spot. You take out your Sparry Spear and you chuck your fast residue, and that's basically your lure. And then what I'd also recommend is actually farming every single fish you get here because A, it will spawn the Vicious Spinner quicker. There's the first one. And also you will need these materials later on to get Daughter tokens and other tokens as well. And sorry, materials to build the Helminth segment. So just catch everything. I would recommend using a... I missed, that's awkward. I would recommend using a resource booster as this obviously doubles the amount of fish you get and just doubles everything you get. Where's the end? In general. There's Conjure Cord. This is also used to get to Spinal Cord. Alright, I would recommend getting about 6 or 8 fish. This method should not take you longer than 2 minutes. As you can see there, it's been 2 minutes and 40 seconds for me. And yeah, it should take you really quick to get this, and to get the 5,000 standing should take you about 2 runs of the bounties, which if you are able to do them in about 3 minutes, it's about 15 minutes just to get to level 1. It's pretty quick. Right, so once you're here, you grab all your fish, you go to Daughter, you cut the fish. Like I said, I recommend getting everything so that you get all the other materials as well. And there we go, 14 spinal cord sections as well as a whole bunch of other materials. And then you are now level 1. Now you will have some excess daily standing over afterwards because it's only 5,000. So what I would recommend to get to level... Alright, so my game crashed, so thank you Warframe. Now to get to level 2, you will need the Keratinos Blades Blueprint and the Keratinos Gauntlet Blueprint, 1 father token and 1 daughter token. Now let's get over the tokens. The daughter token should be easy as you have fished a little bit and you should have enough materials to hand in and get yourself your first daughter token. Then what you want to do is fast travel to father. Father, you should, by the time you farm the whole bunch of bounties, you should have enough materials to hand in one of these to at least get 1 father token. So that's done in a couple of seconds, literally. Now you actually get the Keratinos blueprints from father. Now please do not make the same mistake as me. I did not read and I was being stupid. I actually built this twice. Meantime, he actually just wants the blueprint. So 500 standing each, 1 blade or 1 gauntlet. You buy those 2, that's 1,000 standing. And then you are done. You literally have all the materials for level 2 very quickly. It's just farming the standing, which is always the pain in the ass to do. So this will take you about, well, in 1 day. You can do this in half an hour. You can do this. And then you got to come back the next day and farm up until you get 22,000. When you've reached 22,000, there is something I would recommend that you do, which is one of the levels that you get leveling up to level 2 or 3. I don't know which one it is, but you get one lure, either a predasite lure or an Avichaea lure. Unfortunately, I did not record it and I cannot remember which one it was. So if it is the predasite lure, I'd recommend getting the predasite one and then the Avichaea later. So to get to level 3, you need 5 common Avichaea tags and 1 Medjay predasite tag, 1 mother token and 1 sun token. The sun token, you will be able to do this pretty easily because you will be running around in bounties and then you'll see an icon appear on the map, and sometimes there's fallen animals. I would recommend that you go and grab those, build up enough to give to Sun and get a token from him, as well as the hunting from what you're about to do now. So you TP to Sun, you go to browse wares, and all you need is a predasite echo lure and an Avichaea echo lure. You need these 2 lures here. Now you need a common Avichaea lure, so you do not need a pheromone gland because these are common, these are easy. Alright, so as I was editing this video, sorry to cut in, it's the Avichaea lure. If you can get yourself the Avichaea lure, that's 2,000 standing, and then you buy the predasite echo lure because that's 1,000, so it'll save you 1,000 standing. Alright, so back to what I was saying. So for the predasite echo lure, to get a Medjay predasite, you need the pheromone gland for the predasite. You can sometimes get a pharaoh one, and you might have to do this a second time, but I'll show you how to get these. It's actually really easy. And yeah, so you buy those 2. Another thing before I forget, get yourself a trank rifle because otherwise you cannot grab the animals, and that is all you need. So let's hop straight back into the Cambion Drift again, and then I'll show you what to do. Alright, so now that we are at the Cambion Drift, we are going to go for the predasites first. So what you do is you hop into your Archwing, equip the lure, and when you press M, you will see around the map there's icons, little claw, whatever it is, foot icon things. And you look over here, it says predasite trail. So you start the trail and then it'll take you these footsteps here. I don't go to these footsteps, I just see the blue thing and I just go for it because it's a mission to follow it. So when you find the core point, this is very, very important. I hate you. Really? No. I hate these things so much. Okay. So like I was saying, when you get here, before you call the animal, throw down your pheromone gland. And then to call them, you just hold on left click and you go up and down. The bar on the right there. Then you will hear them call. And then you need to just match the call. Just following up.
That sounds distinctly like a predasite.
There we go. You hear him call. Kind of follow the direction where he calls and you'll see he will spawn pretty quickly. There he is there. And it's a pharaoh predasite. So I got unlucky. Well, it's a good one, but I got unlucky because you need a Medjay. So you might need to do this a couple times. Shoot him with your trank rifle. And if you got a Medjay, well done, you're lucky. That's all you need. You just need 1 Medjay. So if you get 1 Medjay, that's fine. Now, if you want to farm the Avichaeas, you can do it all in one run as well. You do the same thing. pretty much. You just pull out the Avichaea Echo Lure, press M, go to the nearest icon. There we go, Avichaea start. Just look for something that's shining, and you just do the exact same thing. You go up and down. Now remember, you need 5 common Avichaeas, so you don't need to get a gland or anything. And of course, everything's trying to kill me. Okay, this is just 1 second. Okay, now that everything's dead, go back here and you just follow the, and you'll hear them. The best thing I can recommend doing is they are very, very small, as in tiny. You sometimes cannot see them at all. And this is the annoying thing about farming the Avichaeas. They sometimes just don't appear. Yep, they just don't appear. So what you have to do is go to another one. Cool. Let's call this before I get attacked again. Only annoying thing about the Cambion drift. So as you can hear them cry, and then they will spawn. Now, there we go. Common Avichaea right here. That's one over here. Sometimes they spawn in groups of 3, sometimes they spawn once. So as you can see, you got 4 here, so you'll have to do it again. But yeah, they're really difficult to see. They're really small and annoying, to be honest. I hate these tentacles. But anyway, alright, so now that you got your common Avichaea tags and your predasite tag, you are now ready to go to get to level 3, which is associate, and that's when you can get the Helminth segment from Sun. Now to get the Sun token, like I said, you just need to farm some animals, hand in like you do with the others, and you get your Sun token. Now another thing, you need to get purple velocipods to build your Helminth segment, and there is a method that I recently learned how to do it, and it's going to be pretty easy. So you can do it all in one run, and then it's all pre-done and dusted. So basically what you do is you come back to spawn and you run out, and I'll show you exactly where they spawn. Hop into your Archwing, and they will spawn either here, here, or here, and over here as well, underneath this big giant tree thing. You can check over here, they will spawn there. And also sometimes I actually got mine over here, believe it or not, as well. So it's just in this general area. So just check around here, and there are purple little creatures, and the best way to get them is just running back to spawn. You don't extract, that's important. You don't extract, you literally just run back here. And then you run back out, and you just keep checking. You'll see them hanging around there somewhere. And if you don't see them, just keep running back and forth. It took me about 5 times, I remember, when I did it. It took me about 5 times, and then they eventually came through, and you'll see, and you just grab them. You need, I think it's 5 tags. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but just get all of them. And there we go. That took me about 4 or 5 just running back and forth. And there's your first purple velocipod. They usually spawn in groups of 3. I don't know why it's just 1. I've only ever seen groups of 3, but if you do not have enough, just go back and do the same thing, and you'll get your purple velocipods. You can do this all in one run. Alright, so now I've extracted. We have our Avichaea tags. Now you will obviously have a Medjay tag and purple velocipod tags done. Then what you need to do is, after you farm to level 3, once you level 3, you can go to Sun, go to Browsewares, and go to the Helminth segment. Now you see there, you need 5 purple velocipod tags, a Dramal alloy, saturated muscle mass, and ganglion. If you do not have the Dramal alloy blueprint, you can go and teleport to, I think it's Otak, yes? And you can buy it right over there for 1,000 standing. Hopefully you do not run out of standing and you have to wait an entire day, because that is the worst thing ever. I hate waiting, just like you guys, so yeah. And that is how to get the Helminth segment made easy and quickly. This is the best way that I can think of doing this. I don't see another way of getting the standing faster because, well, it's not like the other open world factions where you can just farm a whole bunch of minerals and then hand it in for standing, and then you can literally max out your standing in the other places in like 10 minutes. Whereas this one, my game crashed. No, never mind, I'm here. This one, the Necrolisk and the Enchanted standing, it's a grind. It's very frustrating. I mean, I'm level 4 only, and I can't wait to get to level 5 because, yeah, I'm tired of doing this. So yeah, guys, that is how to do this. Thank you so much for watching this guide. I hope you enjoy, and leave a like to help the algorithm out, and subscribe to see some more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.